So welcome guys, welcome to the weekly Tribal Council. This is an opportunity for everyone to check in to ensure that you are on track with your 90-day plan. Can you believe we are on the 15th of May? We're halfway through, halfway through this, we're 6 weeks down, 6 weeks to go of this 90-day cycle. So hope you are on track. If you aren't on track, well, let's have a chat on how to get you back on track. So I want to hear from you. Where are you logging in this morning from? Where are you coming from? Where are you watching this? Where are you listening to this? Love to hear from you. Just write a little message down in the comments below so we know that you are online and ready to rock and roll. Let's get you online. And where are you watching, listening this morning? Good stuff. So want to hear what's been a highlight for you for this week? What's been something that you're most proud of? What do you want to share with us? What is a success that you've had a massive tick for you? Hope you've all had a lovely Mother's Day. Yes, also, where are we now? Tuesday on Sunday, and hope you support your lovely mothers or wives or whoever, and hope they were very spoilt. So we did a little bit of an interesting thing on Sunday morning. I got up for a nice early run, hit the run at 4 o'clock in the morning, and ran till around about 7:30. So I got home just in time to quick shower and get the breakfast for Nat underway. So nice breakfast and presents and all that from the kids. So lovely morning at home, and then obviously catching up with my mum for brunch, which was beautiful. So what's been a success? I want to hear from you guys. What's been a highlight for you for this week? And we're going to get into the tribal session very, very shortly, just to really get you focused and really review the week, and let's have a huge week moving forward. So let's get underway. So I'm going through the webinar on one screen and then the Facebook Live on the other screen. I want to go through your weekly wheel. So the weekly wheel obviously looks at areas of your KPIs that you've been focusing on. It also looks at your projects that you've been working on. It also looks at maybe a personal goal and another business goal that you may have set yourself for this quarter. So what I'd like for you to go through now and go through your wheel, and looking at what, let's rate it out of 10. How have you been tracking this week out of 10? From 0, it's you haven't done any activity or any focus, to 10 out of 10, you're on fire and you're actually where you need to be for this current week. So I'm going to spend you a minute or two now just to go through your wheel and go through how is it tracking? How balanced is that wheel? Is it, look like a star? Or does it look like a nice round balanced wheel? So let's go through your 3 KPIs that you're focusing on, your 3 projects that you're focusing on, your personal goal that you've been focusing on, and also just another goal or another personal goal that you may be focusing on. And let's go through and let's rate it out of 10 now for me. Once you're done, what I'll get you to do is just write a comment below done, so I know that you've done and we can keep on moving forward. Once you've done that, what I'll also get you to do is to take a photo of it and send it to me. That would be much appreciated. So once you're done, take a photo of it and send that through to me. That would be much appreciated. Excellent, Scotty, good to see you. So once you've done your wheel, so we're just going through your wheel at the moment. I want you to rate your wheel out of 10. I want you to take a photo and either send it to me or actually put it up in the tribe. Put it up in the tribe. So see how we're going. So we've had an interesting couple of weeks. We've had some good people shooting some live videos of what they've been committing and what they've been doing each and every day. And I think by actually doing that provides that accountability of what are the things that we've been focusing on and how we can actually move forward. Because there's a couple of different levels of accountability. We can hold ourselves accountable for the stuff that we do personally, which is great. But sometimes when when we need to do the things, we can also justify us to ourselves the best, right? We're the best at justifying, or in denial, or going to the whole blame game. So when we've actually we move into one-on-one accountability, which is great. But once again, it's only one person that, I don't want to let them down, blah, blah, blah. And we have this story that we play out. When we actually be accountable to a group, it's a whole nother level, because you've actually then stepping up and putting yourself out there and saying, you know what, this is what I'm going to commit to. And now the group knows it. So this is where actually this process works so well, is the whole group accountability, because each and every day of shooting the video of the activity that you've done each and every day to move you closer to that big goal. Remember that big goal that we've set for the month of May, that big, hairy, audacious goal. And it could be a combination of your KPIs. It could be a combination of your projects, or it could be one of your other goals, but it's a higher level goal. So doing this activity, doing the live video into the group every day in relation to your activity, really helps you to keep you focused and keep you on track. So love to hear what's been a highlight for you for this week that you're proud of, and what can you share around your goals so far? All right, how's the goals been for this week? What can you share so far for this week? Share, as you guys are typing away there, share a little story in relationship to the whole power of group accountability. As you know, doing this crazy race 5 weeks away now. 5 weeks away. And training is obviously at a high level, but it is intense. Training most days at twice a day, constant state of soreness, sleep deprived, still working as I do with the family, trying to organize a trip to Melbourne, fundraising event for Lily, my daughter, with her rep basketball team, because I'm the manager of their team. So there's a lot on the plate, and a sleep in would always be nice. And the other morning when the alarm went off, that little voice goes, oh, 10 more minutes. No, get up. No, come on, you got to get up. Oh, 5 more minutes, 5 minutes. And it's literally like a game of ping pong it was in my head, back and forth. And then I realized, like, come on, you've got guys waiting for you at the stairs. Get up and let's get going. And that's why it's so important. Catherine, good to see you online. That's why it's so important to have that group accountability. When you're training, you guys will know it's so much more accountable when you're actually trained with a group, because you don't want to let yourself down, but you also don't want to let others down as well. Just finished training. Love it. Fantastic. And so that's why this concept of, if you take the training concept of your physical exercise, and then you look at it in your other areas of life, so relationships, you're looking at your business, you're looking at health or finances, and that this whole group accountability makes it so much more than just going it alone. Because we can, as I said, we can justify it to the cows come home, but when you're now with stepping up and you've got to meet people there, or you've got to put in your numbers each day, or you've got to submit your activity, that's when the rubber hits the road. Right, that's the rubber hits the road. So Scotty's setting a new ambitious weight goal and set up a challenge against a friend. Fantastic. I love it. Love it. So Catherine, what's the highlight for you for this week? I'd love to hear your thoughts, and I'd love to hear what you are up to. So as we move forward now, we've got 6 weeks. I want you to focus on now just this coming week. If you look at your outcomes, if you look at your goals, now we're moving into the outcome focus for the week. What's the clear outcome? Now, I want you to look at your KPIs. I want to look at your project. I want to look at your personal goals. And I want you to chunk up a little bit higher, okay? And I want you to chunk up. If you could choose just 2 to 3 outcomes, if you look at those things, all those KPIs, all those projects, all those goals that you're working on, and if you could chunk up a little bit higher, what would be, say, 2 to 3 outcomes that you could achieve this week that is going to make a massive difference to those goals? What are 2 to 3 outcomes? And I want you to write those outcomes in the chat. What are 2 to 3 outcomes that, if you could, when you achieve that this week, it's going to make a massive difference for you to keep on moving forward towards the 90-day goals? What would they be? what would they be? What would they be? What are 2 or 3 outcomes? Not 6, not 7, not 8, but 2 or 3 outcomes. What could they be? The reason why we do this, as you guys are, good. My target of 50 business cards sent, missed by 10. It's cool, but 3 appointments booked. Beautiful. Well done. Good highlight for the week. So what are 2 to 3 outcomes for this week? So the reason why we do this is because what can happen when we're working on a number of different things, when we're working on a number of different goals, is that we can get frustrated, overwhelmed, and stressed, right? But when we actually then chunk up, and we because each of these things come from a higher cause, right? When we chunk up a little bit higher, what can happen is that then we're still playing a bigger game, but what happens is that everything else starts to fall into place. So instead of focusing on 6, now we're focusing on 3, and so therefore things start to come into your line, into your vision a lot quicker. And the stress, the overwhelm, and the frustration starts to move and actually starts to release. And I share a little process that I went through yesterday with a client. He came to me and said, "Oh, mate," he goes, "I've got these 13 different line items that are like," I said, "Great, that's going around in my head now. I'm sure no one's had that before." Yes, I think we've all had it. 13 of these items just going round and round and round in his head. And I said, "Cool." I said, "Bring them in. Let's have a chat." So we brought them in, and he talked through what are the 13. I said, "Okay, what's now the emotion that you've attached to each of these different line items?" And it was fear, it was anxiety, it was stress, it was not wanting to let people down, it was overwhelm, and you could see a pattern, right? You can see a pattern emerging. I said, "Great. That's the first thing, is you got all these things going around your head, you get them all out, and you identify the emotion attached to it, right? The emotion that's attached to it." Then I asked him, "Okay, what's one action item, or what's an action item that you can do that's going to help you to move forward just on each of these things? What's one action item that you can do?" And so he wrote out 13 different action items from that. And you could see in his face, you could see in his eyes, that whole emotion start to, because you can start to see the progress, right? When we start to move forward on things, that emotion, that fear, anxiety, that stress starts to release, because you're actually seeing progress, the energy shifting within us. And then we looked at that. Okay, great. If you could then chunk that down to, say, 2 to 3 outcomes, right? If you could chunk that down to 2 to 3 outcomes, what would they be now out of those 13? And we identified those 2 to 3 outcomes. He's got the activity, but he's got his actions, but he's got the outcomes. And when he did those outcomes, you could just see the whole eyes light up. It was like, oh, he was pumped. He was like, right, this is what I need to do. I'm clear, I'm focused. I know now what I need to get done. And so coming from stressed, overwhelmed, frustrated, just like deer in a headlight going, dude, how am I going to move forward, to now leaving with half an hour going, right, I'm clear. I know what I need to do. I'm pumped. I'm excited. Right, let's go. And just that one process alone can actually get you from being stuck, can get you from being overwhelmed and frustrated to actually moving you forward in the right direction. All right. So that's a little technique that I want to share with you this morning, because I think it's important, because we're all running, right? We're all, and sometimes we're in the trenches trying to fight the battle, but we actually miss out what's the outcome of the war. And we've got to choose the battle sometimes. We've got to so we end up winning the war. But at the same time, we've got to look at what are those things that are making us feel frustrated, making us feel overwhelmed, making us feel that's really holding us back. And when we can start to clearly articulate that by writing it through a list, identifying the emotion, right? Because when we have the emotion, we have the awareness. We have even just having that awareness, whoa, you can see a massive shift, right? When we have that, when we've done the list, when we've done the emotion, and then one action item just to move you. It's not going from, you may be 0 out of 10 to 8 out of 10. No. It's just going maybe from 0 to 1 to 2 to 3. So just moving it by 1 to 2 points on that scale is going to help you to move you forward. And then once you've got one action for each of those different items, having 2 to 3 clear outcomes gives you that sense of direction, give you that sense of clarity. So there's a little process. Out of that process, what have you picked up? What did you like most from that? And how is it going to affect you? I want you to just make a quick comment. What did you like most about that little process that I shared with you just then? So Scotty's going to set 4 client meetings. Fantastic. We've got Catherine's going to relationships, 50 new business cards equals 50 connections, opting in for ongoing touch points. Love it. Number 2 is 1 ideal day scheduled and knocked out of the park. Home run. Boo. And number 3 is book 6 sale price opinion appointments. Love it. Good stuff. Good stuff. Fantastic. So that out of that little process that I shared with you, what did you like most about that? What did you sort of take away from that element? Big goals, break it down. Yes. What actions I need to take for those small targets can be simple. Yeah, love it. Love it, love it, love it. So now that we've got our 3 outcomes for the week, if you look at those 3 outcomes, right, what is the key word? What is that key word that's going to, when you look at that word, it's going to associate to those 2 to 3 outcomes, and you're just going to go, yes, let's do it. What is that key word for you? What is that key word for you? When you look at that word just sums up all those 2 to 3 outcomes, and it's going to energize you. It's going to charge you. It's going to make you just go, boom, commitment, whatever it is, action. Love it, Catherine. Good. Oh, both action, action, action. Fantastic. Good, good, good. So love it. So there we go. So I hope that has helped you guys for today. The ability of just to check in and just to make sure that, you're on the right path. We've got, love it. Jinx. Yes. Jinx. As we know, we're halfway through this 90-day plan, and it's a real great opportunity to check in. It's a great opportunity to come together. What we're going to be launching, and I need some feedback from you guys, is this is the Tuesday morning's the accountability check-in, but I wanted to also provide another opportunity for you guys where we're going to go through a certain topic, but also work through any challenges. And I want to find out, what day in the week or what times would be best for that, make that happen. So I want to hold another session where it's going to be working through challenges and a topic, so we can actually unpack that topic and provide some further value for you guys. So I'd love to hear your thoughts. Another day, another time of the week that's going to work best for you guys to go through any challenges that you're working through. We're going to have a topic of choice. I'll be going through the topic of choice and give you some more frameworks, but then also get you guys off live and have a conversation and go, okay, this is like the tribal council. This is my challenge. This is my question. Ready, set, go. And it gives you the opportunity we can workshop some stuff for you. So good. Okay, excellent, Scotty. 8 a.m. good any day. Fantastic. Love it. All right. Wonderful, 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 wonderful. So there we go. Catherine, you let me know a good time. Thursday evenings for me. All right, cool. Thank you. We'll definitely bring something together. We'll make it work for everyone. So there we go, guys. Have a wonderful day. If there's any questions or any comments, please let me know. Here to help, here to be of assistance, and get out there and let's action. And looking forward to seeing how we've gone over the week. All right, wonderful. Have a good week and bye for now.